dun, dun, dun. Yo, what's good, y'all? What is good? What is good? What is good? Yeah, yeah. Not a a happy thing, happy stream by any means, but there's a lot of shit that's going on that's actually been really pissing me off. And one thing about me, which I'm gonna reiterate when I'm gonna wait a second and reiterate it when I start talking about everything. I like keeping that same energy, and you know what I'm saying, with the nappy shit, with the Pokemon stuff, I gave my opinion publicly because that really pissed me off. And I got to do the same thing for consistency. Because it's I've been ranting about this all day, bro. Like all day I've been ranting about this because I'm just very very disappointed, and it just kept on getting worse. This shit still isn't okay, man. Shit is big weird, nigga. This this is the first time I think it's ever been so personal to me because like I'm gonna explain. Like I don't. It's a rant, so I'm just gonna say it in full because I think that's what I want to do. I'm sorry if you come here just wanting me to get to the part where I shit on people or whatever. I'm gonna get to the parts that I guess really upset me. But yeah. I guess to paint the picture, real fast, because there's I think the shit that pisses me off the most is the like the relationship that me and Heavenly have. It's more so always been like a respect thing. Like we don't really talk that often. Um, he was there when I first blew up on YouTube, and I was there when I saw him first blow up, and it was like a rivalry in an aspect, you know. Like we blew up at the same time, so like in a way, I looked at like his channel, kind of like as like uh a inspiration to mine, you know. And I always kind of checked in from that perspective. Like I never really talked a lot because we don't really have like a lot in common. We're very different people. Um, you know, there's times we talked for elongated times, but it was really few and far between. Like once a year, once every other year. Definitely, I would call it an acquaintanceship off of respect and just the inspiration. Because I'm sure he said to me before, like my channel inspired him the same way as he inspired me watching him grow, and that's kind of how it's been. Um, I think the reason why, because Heavenly has done a lot of shit up until this point that was very like weird, cornball like. I'm just using words people have said. I always had like a soft spot to it because I saw him literally evolve into this person, and you know, with being somebody that you know has a lot of influence and stuff like that, I'm very understanding to someone wanting to change off of that. I think it's a little weird, but you know, sometimes it is what it is. I respect it. It's whatever. I'm confused. I'm gonna explain that. I'm ranting, so don't expect this to be too organized. Pretty much what I'm talking about is there was some serious allegations against someone who I knew. Heaven, what the fuck? I should look like there's somebody over here. Or am I lit? Was I lit? I could have sworn I saw like a thing peering in. Or am I tripping? All right, all right. Anyways, there's some allegations against Heavily Controller that were very serious. There's three of them, as far as I know. I think there's like a fourth one or something like that. They just progressively got worse, And there was a very little lack of accountability throughout this process on a lot of parties. Apparently he said sorry now, but his response was just too little too late. It just pissed me off. But anyways, what I'm doing now, if you're just joining, I'm pretty much explaining like how our friendship worked. I'll 30 words or less it. Essentially, I blew up around the same time he blew up, and we just watched each other grow, and we just kind of motivated each other from that perspective, and that was our relationship. You know, I'd do some cool things, help him out when I could. I mean, I got him a PS5 for free just because I wanted to see him upload content with it. It was simply just that, you know what I'm saying? That was cool to me. And I have a few friends that we have this respect relationship where it's like we don't talk like that, but we respect each other's grind, and we try to, you know, be helpful with each other, like YouTuber type tip. Same thing. Yeah, I noticed Heavenly was like weird in certain aspects, but I remember one time particularly we did a collab doing like Jace Jump Force. I remember I'm just like, hey man, you gotta watch out with all these girls that you're getting, like you're interacting with and stuff like that. It's just, you know, I don't know how you are with that, but just be careful. He's like, I'm not like that, da da da. So I never thought about it again. You know, just going on with my business, etc., etc. So I'm just gonna fast forward to today because that's the rant. I just wanted to break down the relationship because there's something I'm gonna say about like hitting him up. Rather, I'm gonna just like how we are is really derivative of how I'm handling this now, because this is how our relationship is. The internet is more so how we talk, more so privately. And like I said before in the beginning, if you weren't here for it, I'm all about consistency. I don't like doing things that are fake, where it's just like, you know, you have something serious going on, like I then hit you up, and I never usually do that. I just feel like I'm trying to get in your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I'm like y'all in the situation, but I just have a more personal thing to it. So yeah, I've only had 3 allegations, serious allegations. The first one, I don't quite understand a lot because I don't know if there was a twit longer, but from my understanding, there was a girl that was intoxicated and he was trying to sleep with her. It was very obvious notions that he was trying to do that, and I'm pretty sure that was proven. The second one was, if I'm not mistaken, somebody who he was talking to on and on, like as a friend, but I guess they had like a flirty relationship or something like that, and then they hung out, and he didn't notice that she wasn't trying to do a lot of the things he was trying to do, boundaries wise, et cetera, like that, and he was just very touchy in aspects that were crossing her boundaries. And the third one was he invited a girl over, and I think it was on a similar pretext from what the twit longer exclaimed, that they were like flirting kind of back and forth or something like that. And I guess to him that insinuated, all right, I can fuck. But she wasn't trying to do all of that. And the words that she used is not something I want to repeat on Twitter or any social media, because again, it's very triggering, but you can kind of use context clues to what was implied off of the assumption that I guess he had that something could happen. For me, like I woke up and I saw it bit by bit. I saw like the last bits of his stream where he brought like Griffey in it. And I think this is when I started to get mad, because like to me it was just very irresponsible. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, why are you bringing people into this? Like, I don't think he was realizing how serious this shit was, but it was like making me really mad how he was handling it. And I've seen dude handle shit very weird prior in the past. Like there's like a picture that people sent around a lot, but you know, a lot of times when it happens, I usually, I'm not gonna be honest, I had Heavenly muted for like a big portion, because like the ego and me, I'm not like that in that way. So when I would see it a lot, like I can respect it, but it's something that I couldn't really relate with, and I kind of wanted to see some other things in my timeline. So I'll hit him up like the once a year or whatever, just to be like, you're good, or here's this, here's that, you know, just on my like how I had that relationship. It was like a respect thing, and when I would drop in, I guess tap in, it would be off of benefits of just like YouTube only. But yeah, man, how I was saying that being handled, it was confusing to me, because like I said, I only saw the last little bits of it, but it was as if the allegations that were being said was not being treated with the same likeliness. So after I see that, I'm seeing all this shit, And I'm a very outspoken person, the things that I'm close to. I've always been like that. If you look in the history of my channel and things I've spoken out against, it's only something that I've been involved in some way. And if I'm outspoken about the content I do, I should damn well keep the same energy about being outspoken with the people that I've met along this journey too. And I've always done that, doing it now. Fucking yeah, I didn't see the whole stream until later. So I was doing like puzzle piecing to see the whole context. I was seeing a lot of things out of context. So I was painting them in this bad light. And like, it sounded bad, but I needed to see the whole shit. That was like my biggest thing, because I'm not really trying to give the benefit of the doubt per se, but it's more so a situation that like, if I felt like it was a situation that, how would I say? What's the word for it, bro? If I felt like it was a situation that was being misinterpreted, that I would recommend to him, if it looked like, assuming that he was innocent, hey, you should lawyer up. These are some serious allegations. But I got the full thing, right? And essentially he was just telling on himself. He was just saying, I did these things. It was weird because he was admitting to doing these things, but he didn't apologize. And I didn't understand what the point is of saying you did this to not apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was alleging that you made her feel uncomfortable. So if you're saying you're doing these things that she's saying that you're making her feel uncomfortable, you just had to apologize. But that just didn't happen. And that's why I started getting even more mad. Like, I pieced it together. I'm like, okay, I think I figured it out. So then there was a second person, not the second person. There was the third person, because the first person happened before all that. And I kind of read that with this. When I saw the third shit, this is when I'm like absolutely confused, because he's not saying anything at this point. And what she's alleging is some serious shit. Like some shit that I would be, I would be keeping the same energy. How would I say this, bro? I'm sorry. I'm flustered. I'm getting to the shit that's making me mad. Like if the shit was confirmed on his side right when I was reading it live on her side, I would have gone a little bit crazy in the timeline. That's the best way I would have said what I'm trying to say, because that really, it blew me back, because I didn't think he was the type of person to do that. And it's a lot of confusing. I'm trying to get the best words for it, bro. It was very confusing to me, because, you know, when you think you know somebody in your head, and if you're cool with them, I was starting to make these excuses, but his actions were just looking guilty, and everything I've seen prior was looking very guilty. But like, just for the sake of the situation, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt and hear his response, right? So then Long Beach Griffey, he streamed, and I heard his response. I don't know if he knows what he said sounded, but he went on Twitter. He confirmed almost everything that I thought. He confirmed it, saying, yeah, this shit happened. But he was blaming the fact that he doesn't know social cues as the bro. And then he said a bar that I will never, bro. I was saying this bar for hours, bro. I know he probably meant it in a different, like, I don't know. I can't even defend it. I can't even see. It's my brain. My brain naturally wants to defend it due to the image I had on these people for so long. And like, you need to hold people accountable. This man said, with 5,000 people in his chat, you need to hold the victims accountable. That statement is a danger. Like, bro, like I understand if it was misconstrued what he meant, but you have a platform that is powerful. Like, you have people that are going to take what you say at face value. And what you were saying at face value, the excuses you were giving, heavenly, like, okay, so this is why I painted the picture previously of our relationship, right? Because the one thing I didn't do, and I'm going to explain why, I didn't want to give my side. I didn't want to get his side of the situation, because I know naturally what I would say. I would tell him to lawyer up, right? Like, that would be my natural response. And hearing his side, I guess it would be fair in that perspective. But I took in consideration we don't talk like that, so I'm just like y'all for real. Like I didn't know none of this shit, and if that shit did be proven to be accurate, to be true, I don't want to tell the nigga who is guilty of that shit, hey, get a lawyer to protect yourself, because I don't fucking believe it. I don't want that. Like if you did this shit, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just like y'all for real. I didn't hit him up prior because I definitely wanted to just see from his words in a proper like a response, like what his statement would be to that. Like that, I wasn't even banking on that anymore. I gotta add, after I saw Griffey's response, because not only was he acknowledging the things that he said he didn't want to do in the first thing, and I guess the second, because he was just trying to condone what he was doing off of not social cues, and if Heavenly doesn't get told no, he's gonna try to fuck. I'm hearing this, I'm like, why did you come on here not to give your nigga accountability? Like the thing that you do, right? That makes me mad. Like I think this one makes me like mad more than anything. And I know I shouldn't. It's a weird statement. Like there was a part of me that wishes like somewhere earlier down the line, I chose to like be this nigga's friend so I could hold him accountable for like properly talk properly to him, because every time when we did talk and he was doing some fucked up shit, I always told him, hey, you shouldn't do that. Not to say that they weren't doing that, but in this situation, what was needed was not a nigga like excusing what he did. Like there was faults here. That accountability is the key word that needed to be taken. It's so crazy to me that we're breaking down because someone is flirting. It's okay to do. It's okay what he did because they're flirting prior. Nigga, consent is consent. Like it's so baffling to me because I held like this respect, this level of just making sure. I'm getting mad. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure. I want to say what I'm saying properly. There's just a lot of common sense that I was just truly disappointed that I did not see being had with how platforms are being used, with how to respond to a situation. It's sad. It's really sad to see, because you really don't know a nigga until a woman's involved. Like truly, when real shit hits the fan, what matters is the response. Of course, this can happen to anybody. This could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But taking accountability if you did that shit is so important. When I say this can happen to me, I mean someone could accuse me of some shit, right? But how you handle that is very, very, very important, because you're an influencer. Like you're setting a precedent. If you're choosing to defend somebody, it's very important how you do so, because you're influencing, right? You can't just come on here and act like I'm gonna do whatever I want to do because I don't give a fuck, when this is your job. And whether you like the title or not, you have social power. You can't just simply do whatever the fuck you want anymore. I don't mean to say it like that, but you chose to be like a nigga with clout. That comes with a weight. You know what I'm saying? Choose what you want to put out there. If like it just made me so mad, the route to defend those actions, to make that shit like it's okay. There is a thin line where you should defend your homie, right? Very, very thin line, because if they do some shit that's 100% out of pocket, you don't give them the olive branch. You help them try to figure out how to get above this shit, not try to go with them with this shit. Like, bro, these niggas are my age and older. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's so baffling. It's so baffling. And you know what's even more baffling to me that really pissed me off? Because like I said, I stated my relationship with Heavenly, and that more or less was just like a respect ship, right? Like I would give my respects and we would go along from that perspective. And I like it like that. I would call him a friend, but I have different friends that I talk to more often, right? Because I never talk to him like that on a consistent, there's just a level from how we are that I just didn't have. Like for the sake of this, what I'm about to say, like we weren't friends in that way. We're not active friends, right? Okay, I'm about to say something that didn't make any sense. I'm being emotional. See, I'm ranting. So I'm catching myself. The shit is just sad. Like how something seriously gets taken so lightly. Like we've seen this before with like the smash shit, you know. And yeah, because I knew Heavenly more so than I knew a lot of those niggas, I was a lot more patient with waiting for both sides to come out than those situations. Because in those situations, the shit I was hearing was something I never heard before. So I just wanted to get rid of it. I'm just like, all right, block, mute, whatever. Like those accusations were too heavy for me. I'm just trying to be a nigga talking on the camera and playing a game. You know what I'm saying? When I found out those were even proven more so, then yeah, I talked about it. But I don't know. I think ultimately, because like I said, I've been ranting about this fucking all day, and someone pointed something out to me that I didn't really like. I ignored to see because I didn't like it, so I just avoided looking at it a lot of times. But like I feel like the ego in this situation was definitely like really crazy. Like I feel like you have to have a crazy ego to get caught up in this shit. Like maybe a lack of social cues, sure, but to not want to take the time to learn somebody else, like that got to come from a very narcissistic place. Like that, like you just things have to make sense. And I do feel like if anything, this is where an ego gets checked. And it's unfortunate it had to come to this because a lot of people were pointing out a lot of shit to me that he was saying, and like he was high off of that drug for who knows how long of just who he was. And like the one thing that I said, the one fault that he had with all the women that he tried to get with, from what it seems on the outside, he didn't try to get with any of these women as Anthony, but as Heavenly. And that is a big problem that even every content creator, like if you spit in game, my nigga, please disassociate who you are on the internet with who you are offline. Find yourself, please. Please find your fucking self. Just because you got some clout don't mean that you're the shit. If you know you were a lame nigga before this shit, chances are when the facade is taken away, you still a lame nigga. Not, I mean, this is in general. I'm just mad, bro. I'm just mad. Like I think what made it more mad because with me and Griffey, like a lot of times I've heard, because I selectively so happen to miss shit that people talk about a lot. And because this is the last thing that Griffey did. But at this point, I was already like he did this skit, bro. But hold on. For me and Griffey, like I've always been kind of like mutual with Griffey off of like I saw his skits, I just followed him, he followed me back. How I follow certain people back to do YouTube is like a handshake. It's like I respect you, respect my dog. You know, that's how I go about it. You know, they don't follow me back, I'll just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, sometimes I only follow niggas back just to be like, my nigga, I like your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not to say that I'm thinking like highly of myself or anything like that in that regard to be like expecting a handshake back, but it's just something that's very cool to me. Like if they follow me back, I get very happy. Like it's like, hey, I like your shit, right? But it's more so I want to just stay in tune as everybody else. But it's the handshake nevertheless. With that being said, like I never really tried to reach out or like get to know Griffey until kind of recently because my girlfriend would talk to Griffey a lot. And, you know, she would tell me that Griffey's funny, Griffey's this, Griffey's that. And that's when I tried to like, you know, if I found a chance to do so, I would be cool to talk to him, you know? One of the things I wish I could have done back then at DreamCon, because, you know, I started dating her and I started hearing about him, was I really wanted to like sit down and talk to the dude because I'm hearing all this cool shit. Like, yeah, I want to meet you now, you know? You sound cool as fuck now to me. But I had so much social anxiety at that con. Another story, another time. So with that being said, before all this shit happened, because I wasn't talking to Heavenly like that, I did message Griffey and I basically just told him, because I saw his tweet talking about he's about to go and like talk about this shit. I said, hey, just letting you know right now, you probably shouldn't do that. This is a situation that you should give options for a lawyer. If you're speaking on it, you might erase a lot of the arguments that could be had, which 100% is what fucking happened in that stream. But the stream happened. I got mad. There's no accountability being held to dude. Did he get banned or I don't? Is his account gone? Is his account gone? Was that what's fucking happening? Griffey deleted his account. Okay, you know, smart decision because it's so this. I'm getting into the reason why he probably did that. So after the fucking shit that what you call it, bro? Collecting myself after the the stream, people, he said, bro, the whole holding victims accountable was a crazy bar. A crazy bar to say with all those people watching, right? And he was just not, it wasn't it. That, I don't know what he thought that was, but it wasn't it. So obviously after that stream, niggas was going crazy. It's like, bro, what is you talking about? Like, what the fuck is you talking about right now? You sound lit. Like, what is you doing? Everybody, I'm looking at the stream, processing it. Like, at this point, I didn't make like the judgment was probably gonna be the same. I was probably gonna unfollow and be like, yeah, fuck all that shit. But I was still processing what he could have meant by don't the victims bar, bro. Like now we're thinking about it, I got what he was trying to maybe say, and in a different scenario, it would have been a valid point, but not in a scenario where the nigga is admitting to doing the shit and you're admitting for him that he's doing more of this shit. This wasn't it here. It wasn't it here at all. It was accountability, and quite frankly, it should have been just him talking if that was what was brought up. But so the fucking thing he did after, which is I was done, bro. I was done. I thought that was just fucking goofy as fuck to me. He then triple dogged down on that stream. It's like he didn't even care to listen to why that was fucked up. The option to learn about why that was wrong was just out the picture. And then he uploads a skit. Like, and the skit was entailing just like, you know, believe all victims, but not these ones, alluding to this situation. I'm just like, nigga, you have a fucking huge, your platform fat as fuck. What is you doing? What is you doing? What, like, I get the gimmick. I understand the gimmick 100% of keeping that same energy and not being a different person than you are offline. But there's like a level of like awareness that I'm just not understanding, that's not understood. Because Griffey before in multiple times has said multiple bars that I've heard. I'm just like, that nigga's spitting. This nigga's spitting. I didn't see some of the previous shit he did that people were talking about. This is my first time encountering all of the, you know, like he kind of did something like this. I'm pretty sure similar in the past, but I didn't see that, you know, and I would just see some of the bars he's spitting. I'm just like, okay, I vibe with that. Like, I get what you're trying to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it just tarnished everything that nigga said in the past that I heard. Like, I can't, bro. Nah, bro. Can I get a TLDR? I'm just gonna have you watch the VOD. I'm just upset. I'm just more so very disappointed by how all this was being carried out. That I don't know, you knew the friend got accused, bro. And I just followed that dude from DreamCon, bro. I don't even see what he got accused of. Who else is getting accused? Is it just him and Heavenly? This shit ass. This shit perplexing, bro. You think Griffey did this out of panic? No, Griffey was just like how Heavenly was when he did his stream. They were both like very emotional. You don't handle this shit like that. Like, like, this is very serious shit. You don't just come over here and talk about what you feel. Like, if you're gonna have a response, you have proof or a lawyer, nigga. Like, I just don't understand. Like, this is very serious shit. Hold on. Etika's ex did some fucked up shit too. What did she do? Did you see the Black Myth Wukong video? It's a new one. Talk about that. Maybe I'll look at that tomorrow. Some people don't understand Twitter is not fucking court. Yeah, bro. When someone alleges some shit like that, you lawyer the fuck up. Like, that's what you should do. That's what you 100% should do. But instead, this shit got turned into some BS, bruh. Alice what did she do? Here's the minicon. Am I watching this on stream or is this shit like ridiculous? I don't really know on minicon like that. I'm gonna put that out there. I gotta log on to my shit. I can't watch this on the thing because I'm logged out and I gotta like log in on my shit. I have a fear of one day leaking a password, and Twitter is not what I'm gonna play around with. But can you 30 words or less me what happened in his thing and I'll watch it? Alice is taking advantage of the girl but Heavenly brought. Can someone link that I'll look it on my phone. Definitely a that shit was that. Hold on, let me look at my phone, bro. That clip was that damn it. What's the word, bro? I'm so fucking I can't even speak. I can't even speak. All right, hold on. Okay, let me copy this. This is the minicon shit. I'm gonna watch it on my phone because I'm already signed in on this shit. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I was quite intoxicated by the time Minicon came in. I was blacked out by the time the ring caught this footage, but I have multiple slight memories of me just walking away from the situation and him just following me. This vid, my friends all kept telling me to get away. Wait, whose house is this? Is this him? The ring. So they're not saying whose house this was. I'm guessing they went to a friend's house or some shit. And the girl who's walking away is the girl who's like blacked out drunk. And then someone's calling out to her in this video. Oh, she's saying, "Where did that nigga go?" Okay, their friend's looking for her. And I think the video is just there's nobody. The friend walked off looking for the girl in Minicon that walked off screen. And it doesn't look like they came back with her either. Oh no, I see him in the back. And he's helping her walk. From me, because his motive was clear, I made it known I wasn't comfortable with him. He knew there was no one to cock block on the street, hence why he followed me there. Luckily, Laylo noticed I was gone and came looking for me. Also, the way I'm squealing and walking shows I'm drunk. He was not as drunk as he claims. His body language in the video shows that on multiple occasions he told me that. Okay, did he respond to this? He respond down below. Hold on. He said, "Bro, you told me to go on a walk with you. I'll come out with all the receipts when I have time because this is just crazy." Okay, so I guess he's gonna properly respond back. He said he's getting a lawyer. Okay, that's what should be done in these situations. The video does look a little sus, but I couldn't hear the one thing that she said happened in the video where their friends were calling for her in the way that she was alleging, but they were definitely calling for her. The video does look a bit sus, but I think I'm missing bits because she said in the post that he's not as drunk as he alleged, but I didn't see that bit. Yeah, Minicon said he's getting a lawyer. Wait. RDC. Oh, bro. If this shit wasn't moving so fast, everybody said that's getting fucking banned. Don't make jokes about that, bro. But is that it? Okay. One of the big reasons why I wanted to make this stream, because I think what was pissing me off more about me wanting to try to separate myself from this bullshit, like the separate myself from the notion that I'm doing shit these niggas is doing, it was getting misunderstood. So this stream, the rant, yeah, I ranted, but yeah, I don't do that shit. Okay? Don't be making those jokes about me doing that shit, because now that you officially hearing it, you're getting fucking blocked. Okay? Don't like it. Don't, because even before I even made a tweet about it, niggas were talking about grouping up me and like being Heavenly's friend, that I'm like this and shit like that. I think that was pissing me off the most, because I'm just like, what am I being alleged for doing? I find out what I'm being alleged for doing. I don't want that shit on me whatsoever. Like, I don't know. Fuck all that. Fuck all that 100%. I'm not, nope, not move over there. Jail, nigga. Say what's up to EDP or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but get it away from me. I don't want none of that shit. I don't want none of that shit on me. Nope. Association's cut and rant's over. So, hey, thank you for coming through. I'm still mad about it, but I feel like the purpose of what I wanted to do today is done.